Welcome to the North Coast Section Division I open round playoff game between Monte Vista High School and San Ramon. It's a rematch of 2 weeks ago where San Ramon held on to the victory 17-16 in double overtime. San Ramon got here by being the 4 seed and hosting this game, and they play a very physical football style. Their sophomore quarterback Quigley did a good job during the game and scrambling. Joining me tonight, once again, is our color commentator is Craig Bergman. And Coach, talk a little bit about San Ramon and their success this season and their game last 2 weeks ago against Monte Vista.
Ball control, ball control, ball control. They want to run the football up between the tackles. That's when they're at their best. And then hit you with the play action. They keep it very simple in the pass game for a young sophomore quarterback who executed the game plan really, really well last 2 weeks ago. And for them to be successful again tonight, I think we're going to see much of the same. That's no secret. That's kind of their mix on how they want to do things. And Monte Vista's got to do a better job of trying to stop them from doing that.
Aaron Becker, 6th season at San Ramon, played here, was an assistant here, and now the head coach. He is 5-2 against the Mustangs. His keys to the game: control the line of scrimmage, tackle in space, and score TDs in the red zone. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal SportsTV, EdTV, and the NFHS Network, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specialize in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to MuirOrtho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs! Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to Acre's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk adjusted to our equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
So Monte Vista, what happened the last time these teams got together? Well, some post-penalty mistakes that were very costly. This is the first touchdown to Connor Shea, runs a great in route, comes back to the football, but then spikes the football. That's a 15-yard penalty. And you can't have those kind of mental mistakes. Then they come back and tie the game, or attempt to have the tie in double overtime on a pass. And here's another shot of that. Great in route, thrown with time, but then you can't do this. That's a 15-yard penalty, was accepted on the kickoff. Then in double overtime, Jack Stewartson threw a great ball on 4th down to Nate Ricina to make it 17-16. But unfortunately, another post-play penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct, turned that into a 35-yard extra point. It was blocked, and the Mustangs lost. Instead of this game being at Monte Vista, it's here over at San Ramon. We had a chance to catch up with Coach Russi on Wednesday.
It's been 2 weeks. You've got a rematch once again with San Ramon. What things can you learn from the game with some of the decisions and penalties that were called that you can address in practice and take into this game?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff comes down to, and it was some of our older guys, and it's just controlling your emotions. And it's a big game, and I get why they get fired up. We've done things in the past to try and get there late, all this kind of stuff. We're going to treat it like any other game. Get there on time, warm up hard before the game, and just keep our heads about us. And we got to play better. Quite frankly, we made too many mistakes. It's not just those penalties that hurt us. We have a lot of improvements to make. That's why it was nice to have a week off.
So you've got San Ramon, a team obviously you both are familiar with each other. What things can you do defensively and offensively to maybe change the scheme a little bit to take advantage of those missed opportunities that you had against them in the first matchup?
Well, it's an interesting challenge playing a team 2 weeks in a row and trying to understand what they may do differently, what they think we may do differently, and try and take advantage of where we think our strengths are. But executing at a higher level is the number one answer for that. I mean, we don't need to do much different stuff. We need to do what we do better.
This NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists, is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Elite Athletes TV, one coach can change everything for a young athlete. Find yours at eliteathletestv.com. Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. Who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. Right now in the center of the field, they're having a sportsmanship meeting. Our referee, we're in good hands with Ken Leffel tonight. Keys the game coach for Monte Vista. It's a three-letter word, R-U-N, run. And where should they run it tonight?
I tell you got to attack them between the tackles. If they play the same defense, which we fully expect them to do, they ran a three-down front. I mean, actually, we're playing four men in the box. You've got to attack inside the tackles. And I know Monte Vista's put some different things in this week that they didn't have the first week. The first week they were attacking outside and running the ball. They were running into the strength of San Ramon's defense. This time I think they're going to attack inside. And it comes down to turnovers again. You can't turn the ball over. We've been saying that all year long, and yet they've continued to turn the ball over. If they don't turn the ball over, I think they're going to be very effective tonight.
Well, who will get the last laugh, San Ramon or Monte Vista? You'll find out next. Thanks, Michael. Thank you, brother.
Hey, Mike.
So here we are And the history in this series, this is the 59th matchup between these two schools. It is the 7th time they've played in the postseason. San Ramon has won the last 5 matchups. The last time Monte Vista beat San Ramon in the playoffs was back in December of 2002 when Monte Vista got the win over San Ramon to win the D1 title back then. Actually, it was probably 3A, 35-14. So Monte Vista won the toss, and they've deferred. Kicking off for them is sophomore Rocco Schramm. His dad, George, just inducted in the Monte Vista Football Hall of Fame. Rocco, the sophomore, had a great year with the JVs, and he'll kick it off. Mustangs in white, the Wolves in green. Short kit taken around the 15-yard line, and a big return. And he's a very good athlete, and I don't know if he'll play more offense, but great return by Jordan Lewis, and San Ramon will take over on their own 41-yard line.
Love seeing a kid take that ball right up
full
the
speed,
middle.
right,
full
Coach?
Speed, didn't make any cuts, didn't stop his feet. Took that extra, shot the gap, and got it all the way to the 41-yard line.
The quarterback is Mr. Quigley, the sophomore. Jacob Hyman, the tailback. And the tight end is J.P. Murphy. They've got a young offensive line, and they'll sprint. The first play of the game, 59 sprint, and Quigley's just going to run. He's stripped, but he recovers his own fumble, and he'll pick up about 8 yards. Pretty open field call there, Coach, with a 59 sprint.
You know, breaking their what they've done, breaking their tendencies and throwing on first down. He's got to be much more careful with the football. He's running out there with he's got to have 2 hands on it, be a threat to run and pass. Right there, he really wasn't. And you see what happens. He gets the ball knocked out. Still a substantial gain.
So I'm going to ask you after this play about preparing for a team to play them the second time. Quigley at quarterbacks, Murphy in the slot, 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Kenny at the bottom, number 2, had a great game against the Wolves. We got a little screen, and Hyman will pick up the first down. Simple gain, simple play, but 2 passes right in a row for San Ramon. So, Coach, these teams are very familiar. Here's the replay on the screen, and it kind of describes itself. A little screen setup, good blocking downfield, and the Mustangs rally up, but it's not for a first down. You're playing a team for a second time. What do? Is it more important to self-scout?
No, you know, you self-scout, but you really study the film. You study where you went wrong and where you should have been attacking, and you didn't. You know, and that's the thing is they've played so many times against each other. They know what they're going to do. You really want to hone those things up that you didn't do very well, develop some plays that'll be successful against the defense and offense that you're going to face.
1st and 10. Wolves to run the stretch play, and Hyman cuts it back, picks up 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7. So the Wolves are 7-3. The Monte Vista 7-3, and we said it the last time we were here. Whoever won that game was going to be the 4th seed. The loser going to be the 5th seed. And the Mustangs having chances once again to make plays in the backfield, but not able to make the tackle. And Hyman is going to have that forward lean.
And that's what they did in the first game. They sustained drives. They turned that no-yard gain into a 4-yard gain, and they were able to turn first downs all the time and keep the ball and keep the offensive Monte Vista off the field. Offset
eye here, Quigley in the pistol, and he's going to make a lot of adjustments at the line of scrimmage. He's not a sophomore anymore, Coach. He's a junior. He might be a sophomore in grade. Play pass. He's going to take a shot. Mondello in coverage. Kenny pushes off, and they can't finish the play. Little push off. We have that on the replay. Not bad coverage by Mondello, but Quigley put this one right on the numbers.
He did, and Mondello with good coverage. He's got to find the ball a little bit earlier and go up and play the ball. As you see, he doesn't find the ball till the very end. Does a nice job of getting up with his hands in between the hands. Might have gotten away with a little bit of a push off there offensively, but nonetheless a great play. Put him in the 3rd down and 7.
So it'll be 3rd and 7, and can Monte Vista get off the field on 3rd down?
Already we're seeing a big change in their offense.
Yep.
They've attempted 3 passes.
And Kenny's got to come out for a play because he's got an equipment malfunction. So it is 3rd and 7 after the Wolves take a shot on 2nd down. Empty backfield. Tagliaferri in motion towards the Monte Vista bench. Could be a quarterback draw or a quick pass. And it's a draw. The Mustangs don't get home, and Quigley picks up 3. It'll make it 4th and 4. Now, is this 4-down territory? Because it looks like Coach Becker's going for it.
Looks like he's going for it. Might be an opportunity for them to try and draw Monte Vista offsides. At this juncture of the game, I'm not so sure this is the right play.
He's punting.
And I don't believe that was a design quarterback draw. He had his eyes downfield. They didn't block it like a draw. I think he just saw a seam there towards the end of his drop and tried to make something out of that.
So the Mustangs get a stop on 3rd down, so they'll get off the field. And something they're going to have to adjust to tonight. Jacob Oliphant is out, had hand surgery yesterday, so Noah Rivas will take his place as a punt returner. Scarpa the punt, and depending on where the spot is, Muir Orthopedic Express by MOS is there for you when that unexpected injury happens. Located in Walnut Creek, Orthopedic Express has orthopedic experts providing specialized urgent care when patients need the most. Same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Go to muirortho.com for more information. Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. So the Mustangs will take over on their own 20-yard line. Jack Stewart's in the quarterback.
And you'll see the 3 down front that they went with last week or 2 weeks ago that they had a lot of success with.
Inside run for the Mustangs to Cribb, and picks up 7 yards right off the get-go. And see if the Mustangs run a little tempo. They're going to get right up onto the football. Offensive line, Bybee, Strumpf, Canty, Marquise, and Zeising for the Mustangs. Shea's the tight end. Rivas and Rachina. And we've got another Wolf. Doesn't have his knees covered. And Ken Leffel will. We've got 2 players out for San Ramon. Late arrival on Wolves Airlines. Stewartson, bubble screen to Rachina. He's got plenty of room to run. He's at the 40. Stiff arms a man, and he's down to the 50-yard line, just to the 48. Little Buble French style for the Mustangs.
Really nice job. They fake the inside run right here. It's going to hold those linebackers. Just a quick flash, throwing it outside, well blocked. Well blocked by the outside receiver, and I love how Nate finishes that run right there. Lowers his shoulder, gets that extra 3 yards. That's setting a statement.
Mustangs on their own 49-yard line pick up their initial first down of the game. It'll be a quarterback run with Stewartson. And Murphy with the tackle, but Stewartson still gets 4 yards, and Murphy had quite a game, was the Cal-High NorCal Player of the Week, had 4 sacks against Stewartson.
And he really made a lot of plays in the backfield, and Monte Vista's got to do a better job of knowing where he is.
If you block Murphy on that play, Stewartson might still be running. 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs. Stewartson, slant route to Rivas, and it's high and outside, and it's incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down. Stewartson has thrown 26 touchdowns, but 17 interceptions, and here's the last play.
And right there, he makes the right decision, throws to the right guy. He's got to get over that front foot and pull that ball down a little bit lower.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Not a bad situation to run the football right here, thinking maybe 4-down territory.
And replacing Oliphant, you've got a quarterback run. Stewartson turns it up inside, doesn't get a very good spot, and it's going to be 4th and short. But replacing Oliphant offensively tonight is Matt Nuri. He's got 2 catches on the season, but as Jacob Oliphant told me in practice on Wednesday, he trusts Nuri and his ability to get the job done. So it'll be 4th and short, 3-man front for the Wolves. And Cribb does a good job, and I don't know if he got enough for the first.
It didn't look like he got the spot. Obviously, there is no replay. I thought he was a little bit further than that.
You only need 1 yard. And Murphy getting upfield again. You can't let – can we take another look at that before the measurement? 87 crosses the face of the left tackle here.
Well, and you got to take away the inside. You always got to, you got to save your inside, and that's where you want to get it, specifically on a 3rd or 4th and short. That's the shortest way to the ball is inside. You got to cut that guy off. You can't let him get in there.
I don't know if he has an.
I think he's about 2 inches short.
I think this is a good measurement. First of all, Ken Leffel, our referee, and I think the Mustangs are short. And they are.
I like going for it. I think their defense stated in the first drive that they could stop San Ramon, and I like how Monte Vista is coming out running the football. They got to stay out of those 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 6s. They got to get to that 3rd and 2.
So Quigley will come back on for the Wolves, who rushed for 143 yards against the Mustangs. Quigley passed for 172 yards, had an interception, had 315 yards of total offense. The Wolves have a +7 turnover ratio. The Mustangs, -7. 1st and 10 for the Wolves, twin formation out of the pistol. Will they chuck it? Little inside run to Hyman, and he's with a forward lean. He'll pick up a nice 5-yard gain on 1st down, and that's all you're looking for, really.
Well, what San Ramon does is they have a check with me system. You get up to the line of scrimmage, and you're checking the defense. You're going to see where the strength is. You're going to run away from that strength. Obviously, right here, they decided that the weak side of the defense was the weakness, and they attacked it. And anytime you get 4.5 yards on 1st down, that's a tremendous play.
So Hyman has 892 yards on the season. He has 7 touchdowns rushing. He had 119 yards rushing against the Mustangs and had 1 reception for 12 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6, and the Wolves adjust at the line of scrimmage. Bad snap, and still Hyman is able to make something out of that and pick up 2, and it'll make it a very manageable 3rd and 4. Little difficulty with the snap here.
Little difficulty with the snap. Once again, the check with me system takes him to the strong side this time. And Monte Vista did a really nice job of getting some penetration.
The center, Michael Woolry, I don't know if we can get a shot of him, has got a big cast on his left hand. We would call this a claw. So it'll be 3rd and 4. And this is where they like to get the ball to their tight end, J.P. Murphy. 21 catches on the season, 8 touchdowns.
Looks like they may set up for a sprint type play here, and there it goes.
And nobody contained to the edge. And I think it's going to, depending on the spot, it's going to be short of the 1st down. So it'll be 4th and short. And it's a 58 sprint option, Coach.
You know, it's a great play. You get a little run-pass option. I think the receiver's got to do a much better job of pushing to the chains. You got to catch that ball past the chains. You can't afford to catch it 1 yard short. Otherwise, you put yourself in this situation.
Salisbury with the reception.
And that's a play that needs to be utilized more. Monte Vista needs to add that to the repertoire a little bit more when they get in those situations. Get your quarterback on the edge where he can run or pass it and give him all those different layers.
So Quigley's a capable runner, so I would expect a quarterback sneak because they don't have a fullback in here.
And he's underneath the center, which they don't do very
And he'll
often.
get the 1st. But then I think we've got a penalty.
The spot down on this end.
Well, the official closest to us is marking him short. But I think there's a penalty. Monte Vista's offsides. So these are the kind of things. We see that again. These are the kind of things, pre-snap play.
Looked like the center was leaning a little bit on that.
But Monte Vista's called for the offsides, and it'll be a 1st down for the Wolves. 4th down conversion, and it's 1st and 10 on the Monte Vista 45-yard line. I'm Chris Babcock along with Craig Bergman, and we've got a timeout. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specializing in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to MuirOrtho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative,
So after the timeout, it's 1st and 10. I would not be surprised to see some type of play pass off this first down play. And then it's an inside run to Hyman, and he's tackled for no gain. Good job by Parker Erickson making the play.
Really nice job, and this is what you're looking at. You want to try and minimize that first down damage.
Gets inside the right tackle, and Roman Perrin did not do his job on that play. It's 2nd and 10, and the winner is so fortunate, gets to play the winner of Amador Valley, hold the drama, De La Salle. And that's no disrespect to Danny Jones and the Amador Valley Dons. 2nd and 10. Quigley changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Check with me. And then the Mustangs will stay with the press. And then they'll drop off. And Quigley scrambles. And he's tackled. No gain that time. So I don't know if we'll give him a sack. But it's the old, I'm pressing, then you adjust, and you call a fade route, and then Noah Rivas slacks off, and he's in the coverage and quickly has nowhere to go with it.
Well, when you're running a check with B system offensively,
second time playing a team as well
is you show something early, get them to check to the play you want them to, and then you back out of it. And, you don't have enough time in high school nor the capabilities of getting to a third option.
Right.
So you're kind of stuck with whatever you check to. And Monte Vista did a great job of showing one front, going to another, and switching their coverages up and forcing that quarterback scramble.
3rd and 10, the Wolves will break their formation. 2-by-2 set. Murphy in the slot. You got to guard him off the hash. Quigley steps up, and he's going to throw it downfield, and it's deflected. Great job, and that's Connor Shea, the linebacker, getting in the passing lane and showing his athletic ability to just run into a spot.
Terrific play by Quigley also of keeping this play alive. Really nice job. Steps up in the pocket, breaks to his right, keeps his eyes down the field, and delivers a good ball. That's just a tremendous play by Connor Shea of stopping that.
It's 4th and 10, and the Mustangs with another stop. Much the same type of start that we had the first time these teams played. The 59th matchup between Monte Vista and San Ramon, and we've said it so often, if you're the visiting team, it's only a 2.3-mile drive here, but if you lose, it's a long way home. Rivas will late that hit, and it'll be spotted around the 11-yard line. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 10-yard line. 3 receiver set. It's going to be a quarterback run to Stewartson, and he's going to pick up, looks like, enough for a first down, and the quarterback runs are being very, very effective early on for the Mustangs.
Talking to Coach Rusty all week, that's the one guy you don't prepare for running. You have an extra blocker in the backfield a lot of the times with the back, and when the quarterback carries it, it's like being in the Wildcat.
Good job by the offensive line. It's a sprint for Stewartson. He attacks the line of scrimmage, gets it to Shea, and picks up 8 yards. And the simple things of talking with the quarterback and giving him some simple things. Step up at the pocket, which is easy, Coach.
Move the pocket.
And attack the line of scrimmage.
He's got to throw that ball earlier, though. He's much too late delivering that ball. Get it to him as fast as you can. Let him get a little bit more running room.
First down, pickup, 7 yards, and Cribb runs right up the gut. And he's inside the 35-yard line, and it'll be a first down for the Mustangs. And they're in tempo. The Wolves are trying to substitute.
And they're sticking with the 3-man front. Monte Vista's got to stick with this game plan of running the football against
the Mustangs will empty the backfield. Quick hitch to Racina. And he picks up 15 yards. The Mustangs are getting yards via the run and the pass and attacking it all facets, stretching the field horizontally and vertically.
With tempo. And it's going to force them to a timeout.
We've got a timeout. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV.
Owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs!
This Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
And we see a change-up defensively. They've gone to a 4-man front.
No pressure on Stewartson, but the ball, what you do as a defensive lineman, if you can't get there, get your hands up. And I believe number 87 got his hand up here in the passing lane. He did.
Big, tall kid gets in the throwing lane and can really deflect a lot of balls and disrupt your vision.
2nd and 10.
Mesh
and
point.
It's a near fumble and giving the ball to Noah Rivas. And I don't know if that's the kind of mesh point you want with your guy that hasn't played much running back at all this season.
What a mesh point is where the quarterback hands the ball off, right where that spot is, where the ball goes to his hand is a mesh point.
3rd and 11 for the Mustangs.
San Ramon's staying in the 4-man front, so Monte Vista's done a nice job of getting them out of that 3-man front and getting them into a situation where you can attack them with the passing game a little bit more now.
You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV.
Alan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 after the timeout by Coach Rusty. The Mustangs will empty the backfield, and then the Wolves will stay with that 4-man front. Linebackers at 5 yards, safeties at 17. Good protection for Stewartson. And then he throws it away. And sometimes you create your own pressure.
Good decision there, though. You're right. If you watch his feet, he has a pocket. Step up in that pocket. You don't need to step backwards or side to side. You need to step up in that pocket, let things develop, especially when you have a 3rd and 10 where the plays have got to take a little bit longer to develop. Step up, let them develop, have faith in that offensive line and deliver the ball.
Connor Shea will punt, averaging 35 yards a kick, 15 punts inside the 20-yard line.
There's the fake.
And he's got room to run, but I don't think he got the first down. Oh,
about a yard short.
If you're going to run that play early in the game, you got to get the first down.
Well,
it's a little long to run this, but they've got the wall.
They've got a wall, and I think he's got to, instead of run to the sideline right here, get north-south and try and get that extra yards. He's got to know where that first down is and not just run out of bounds.
You got to smell the first down, and the Mustangs don't. And the Wolves will take over on their own 42-yard line with about 40 seconds left in the quarter. Quigley calling out the play at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a boundary run for the Wolves. And Hyman picks up about 1.5 yards, not much there. But let's explain to the folks what Quigley's looking at when he comes to the line of scrimmage and what's he switching to.
He's reading what we call the box. The box is the imaginary box that's between the tight end and the tackle. Defensively, that extends about 4 yards deeper past the linebackers. And you count how many people are in that box where they're overloading. If they're overloading one way or another, you're going to run the other side. And so consequently, as a defense, you try and show one thing, show them strength on one side, and then shift to the other to get them to call into a different play.
You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, EdTV, and the NFHS Network, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to ACRE's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk adjusted to our equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Elite Athletes TV, one coach can change everything for a young athlete. Find yours at eliteathletestv.com. Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. Who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? And American Asphalt, taking care of business for over 35 years. 2nd and 8 from San Ramon Valley High School in Danville. I'm Chris Babcock, joined by Craig Bergman. 2nd and 9 for the Wolves. And they'll run out of a wing formation, single back.
Probably a boot to the field here. This is a set that they've run quite a bit.
And it's a play pass. And Quigley picks up 5 yards. He stays in the pocket here, allowing maybe a receiver to get open, then just runs for 5 yards.
You know, it's a two-man route, so you don't have a lot of options right there. And if one of those two options isn't open, obviously the third is for the quarterback run. And he does a nice job of stepping up and getting something out of nothing.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4. And the Mustangs have done a good job on 1st down. Time of possession of the first quarter, San Ramon 8:26, Monte Vista 3:34. Monte Vista 0 for 2 on 3rd, San Ramon 0 for 3. 1st down, San Ramon 2, Monte Vista 3. Jeremy Hurtado working his magic on stats tonight. 3rd and 4, Mustangs look like they're showing blitz here. Have the outside receivers pressed. And then we've got a delay of the game. And so, Coach, how difficult, you played the position, you've coached the position, and you're a young quarterback, and you're making an adjustment at the line of scrimmage, and you've got a press corner on one side, 2 guys are showing blitz. Are they coming? What's going through your mind?
Well, you know, we talked about the check with me run. You're also, as a quarterback, checking protections. You got to know which way the offensive line is going to slide, and you got to slide to where that pressure's coming from. Monte Vista showed pressure right there and came from the other side, but it confused the quarterback enough that it forced them into having to delay a game. And that's one of those things where if you can show one thing, come with another, confuse a young quarterback, those are the things that are going to happen.
San Ramon 30 yards, 10 yards passing, 20 rushing. Monte Vista 89 yards, 44 passing, 45 rushing. Good balance. 3rd and 9, Quigley, deep out route, and it's complete to Kenny. Now, Kenny had a great game against the Mustangs. He had 8 catches for 63 yards, and he's just running into the old down and out here, Coach, at the bottom of your screen.
Simple timing route. Ball's got to be thrown before you come out of your break. You'll notice ball's out of his hands. Before he comes out of his break, you throw to a spot, and if the receiver's where he's supposed to be, it's very difficult to defend, darn near impossible.
And the corner's got safety help over the top, so he can be a little aggressive with that coverage. But Kenny, with his 23rd catch of the season, and he had the sea of hands catch in overtime last week, or 2 weeks ago. Hyman, he picks up 8, but if he goes with that initial cut he made, he might still be running. And not every play is meant to be a touchdown, but you got to credit Jacob Hyman with the run.
Monte Vista's got to get a little bit better fill out of their linebackers. You'll see
got out of position.
Got out of position, actually came on. There was a lead blocker. You've got to take it on with the correct shoulder in order to force that ball back in. He did not do that.
When you vacate your spot, Hyman's going to run right back through it. He's that good. 2nd and 4, and it's a counter run, and the Mustangs are all over it. Chip Menard with the play, and it'll make it 3rd down. Little wing counter here. Or actually, it's just a fullback trap.
I think we're going to see some other options off of the same type of motion as we go further in the game. I'm sure they have something to that guy that's going out where they fake that on the inside.
Wolves, Quigley comes every time over to the sideline, then he's got to get back in. So after the rule in high school, after the play is whistled down, you have 40 seconds to snap the ball on the next play. Not the old 25-second and did he set it and evaluating that. It's supposed to be a hard rule. Slant route, and it's complete. And a tackle made, but not before a big gain. And Salisbury with another reception, just the sophomore, and he's wide open here on which you don't see the slant route much to the slot receiver here. He's wide open.
Well, they catch Monte Vista in a cover 0, which is no deep safety help. And the Cardinal sin is if you're playing defense, you can't let the receiver inside of you because you have no help to the inside. And they do a nice job of seeing that, and he runs a good route to the inside and beats him, and that's what happens.
And they go back to that same formation, 3-by-3 receiver set, offset back. Tagliaferri with the run, and he's carrying that ball out, waiting to be stripped, but he has a way of finding 7 yards on that play and did a good job of spelling Hyman in the last Monte Vista matchup. The sophomore running back.
Running an inside zone play, and Monte Vista crashes all the way down, so you cut that thing back. Monte Vista's had the same play and the same type of success. So teams are really pursuing. Both teams pursuing from the backside, which is leaving the cutback wide open.
Actually, Tagliaferri is a junior, but has done a nice job all year. He had 4 touches for 23 yards against the Mustangs, just enough for Hyman to stay fresh. And it's going to be a run to the boundary, and Racina and company are in the backfield, and it's going to be a tackle for loss. And Nate Racina had 9 tackles against the Wolves. That is his 10th tackle for loss. And watch number 8 fill this from the backside.
Well, I think he's at his best when he's actually coming, when the coordinators put them in motion. Instead of letting him read things, let Nate get after you. He does such a good job in the backfield.
Sorry, Coach. Watch that play again. How important is a backside block here for number 87, Murphy? Because he just lets Racina run right inside him.
That's laziness right there. You can't be lazy. You try and get all your players to realize your block's going to count.
Because they've got a lot of other guys blocked, but Racina comes from the backside. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Can the Mustangs hold the Wolves to a field goal attempt? I formation, and Quigley nearly trips off the snap. It's a corner route to Murphy, and he just got a bad release. And it'll be 4th down. And what's Coach Becker going to do? It's between about a 35-yard field goal attempt, maybe about 34. And it's a corner route, but not a clean release by Murphy.
No, not a clean release, not a clean exit out of the center quarterback exchange either. And that threw the timing off from the quarterback trying to throw that corner route.
Boy, was my math wrong. It's going to be a 29-yard field goal here for San Ramon Valley. Salisbury hits his 7th field goal of the year, and the Wolves lead 3-0. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, Ed TV, and the NFHS Network.
To play the game, and when the unexpected happens, we are here for you. Muir Orthopedic Specialists are the leading experts in sports medicine, providing comprehensive care at 5 convenient Bay Area locations. We also offer advanced digital imaging, specialized urgent care, and physical therapy at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our staff puts you first with high-quality, compassionate care. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, here to help you get back in the game. Learn more at muirortho.com.
So the Wolves took the ball on their own 42-yard line, and a solid drive for them, and they lead 3-0. And a good job by the Mustangs playing red zone. And one of the keys to the victory for Coach Becker was to score touchdowns in the red zone. The Mustangs did a good job at defending.
Really nice job.
Rivas with the return and almost a near block in the back for the Mustangs. But Monte Vista, who has moved the ball tonight, but then has faltered when it's time to cash in. So they'll take over on their own 27-yard line.
And I really think that first down is the key for Monte Vista right now. When they've had success tonight in that first quarter, it was when they got positive 4 or 5 yards on first down. When they've had an incompletion on first down, put themselves in 2nd and 10, they've really played behind the chains and haven't had success.
So Nate Ricina, like to get him involved here. And it's an RPO to Cribb, and he bounces it outside, makes a nice cut. He's still running and picks up a first down, and they'll go a little tempo. But a nice run by Cribb, and he'll pick up nearly 13 yards.
Really nice bounce. He bounced it out. The play was designed to hit inside, and he bounced outside.
And then the Mustangs, you talked about how important first down is. They got a first down on their first first down play, and here are held to no gain.
I think this is a play where Jack should have kept the ball. He should have, when he rode this and that end crashed down right there, he should have taken the ball off the edge himself.
And it's going to be a quarterback run, and he doesn't. And even if he only picks up a yard on the RPO, doesn't that force the defense to think a little bit? And that was always our goal. Make the defense think a little bit, and if they pause and have indecision, we might have a chance to make a play.
You got to be able to respect the quarterback run and stay home. If you don't, then you're going to be playing with one less guy.
3rd and 7 for the Mustangs, 2-by-2 set. Looks like they're going to bring an edge blitzer. Still only 4 guys come, but they can't protect Stewartson. But he dumps it off to Cribb, and it's over his head. Watch the blitzing backer here, Ryan Jaffrey, who had a sack of Stewartson in the last game. Watch him split the protection here.
Yeah, the right guard's got to do a much better job of keeping his camera focused on the quarterback. We talk about a camera, something that put on his back and focuses right on the quarterback so that you stay between yourself and the quarterback.
So the Mustangs got a first down on their first play, but then will end up punting. Shea, nice kick, and it'll take a Monte Vista bounce down to the 6-yard line where they'll take over. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, EdTV, and the NFHS Network.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specialize in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to murortho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate.
1st and 10 for the Wolves at their own 6-yard line, 94 yards to score a touchdown. I formation, Quigley under center. It's going to be a boundary run towards the Monte Vista bench, and Hyman, depending on where they spot it, think it'll be just short of the first down. It'll be 2nd and short. Boundary run here for the Wolves.
You know, and he does a nice job of bouncing it outside. Monte Vista did shut it down, and they had problems in the first game getting beat inside. I think you're going to be okay, and you'd be happy if you do force them to bounce it outside. That's where your strength is normally.
The linebacker, Connor Shea, was running downhill and came free, but did make the play. And Hyman picks up 9, and it's 2nd and 1. And here's a great chance for a play pass. But the Wolves are with an unbalanced set as the tight end is covered. And it's a weak side run. And Hyman picks up 9 and a Wolves first down.
Really impressed with Hyman's forward lean and keeping his feet moving. You know, it looks like he's going to go down after a 2-yard gain. He keeps those feet moving, falls forward an extra 3 or 4 yards.
A lot of missed tackles. There was 3 missed tackles right inside the box for the Mustangs, and that's when you're fairly fresh. What are those missed tackles could be like in the fourth quarter? So the Wolves are in an unbalanced set. I'm going to let Coach explain that after this play because we'll go over it with the replay. Tight end's covered. It's going to be a run play. Tagliaferri picks up 3. And why am I calling that an unbalanced line, Coach?
Well, a traditional set, you'd have a tight end as a receiver on one side and your split end on the other. And what an unbalanced set means is that the tight end will come over to the same side as the split end, and you'll have actually a receiver that's what we call covered up. Only the outside men on the line of scrimmage are eligible for a pass. So when the tight end's on the same side as a split end, the tight end is ineligible for a pass on those plays.
Thank you. 2nd and 7 for the Wolves. I formation. And Tagliaferri giving Hyman a rest. Picks up a good chunk. It'll make it 3rd and short.
There's the cutback we talked about again. This is an inside zone play, and you'll see the defensive lineman from Monte Vista really going hard right, and that leaves a cutback lane on the backside. That's a really well-designed play. And it's really tough to defend if you're having success running the ball to the strong side.
Because there's no, you said it great a couple of weeks ago, there is no truly defined hole when you're running the stretch play. There's a cutback lane, you can bounce it. That's what it's designed for. 3rd and short, and that's a pretty good high school football run right there because there's white jerseys that have Hyman touched in the backfield. But as we mentioned, he'll run through your arm tackle. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and finally Hyman is brought down. And he goes so hard, and I think Coach Becker does a really good job of getting him in and out, keeping him fresh, and having a capable player like Tagliaferri get in there and run some plays, then get him back out of there, and also going to make them a better team next year when he gets the share of the loads running the ball.
Once again, I'm very impressed with Hyman. He's a terrific zone runner. He sees it. He's not the fastest kid. He's a north-south runner. He's going to turn that 4-yard gain into a 6-yard gain every time.
1st and 10. It's going to be a little bubble screen out here to Tagliaferri, and it's not set up very well. And the Mustangs rally up, and it's going to be no gain. And a good job of Noah Rivas and company playing right along the line of scrimmage.
And it's the same play. We said they'd come back to something different off that same action where you have a running back in motion out to the outside. We saw the underneath handoff on the wing counter before. Now we've seen the second option, and I'm sure they have a third option off of that as well.
2nd and 10, and the Wolves have done their best getting nice gains on 1st and being in a situation to convert 3rd and short. It's 2nd and long here. Single backfield, 3 receivers set, Murphy in the slot. It's going to be a little quarterback draw here. And no, it'll be a short route, and it's incomplete, and Rivas sniffed that one out. And then we've got a flag thrown.
Very late flag.
From the opposite bench. And Ken Leffel, our referee. Ineligible receiver downfield, is that the call?
I believe that was the call. Monte Vista might want to think about turning this one down.
Because it's not a loss of down. And Coach Russi will decline it. Let's see if we could see the offensive lineman that's downfield for the Wolves. Because I think you're right. It might have been a... Was there formation?
I think it was an illegal formation.
Yeah, because there wasn't an illegal lineman illegal receiver downfield. Empty backfield, 3rd and 1. The Wolves in the past have gone to the chains on this play. Quigley, not much rush, throws it, but it'll be way short of the 1st down. Nice catch out in the flat that time by Casey Cummings. But it'll be 4th and 4, and the Wolves will punt.
Really good defense right there, keeping everything underneath you, knowing where the 1st down marker is, letting them throw it, complete it to the guy underneath. Not going to hurt you, and force them into a 4th down situation.
So, punting once again for San Ramon Valley is Landon Scarpa. Rivas is deep for the Mustangs. Once again, Jacob Oliphant's out. Capable wide receiver, and it's going to be a punt into the San Ramon bench.
As you would say.
Shanks for being on the show.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, we haven't known each other for 45 years. So the Mustangs get the stop on defense, and it's 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the half, and they'll have their ball on their own 31-yard line. And coaching with you for so long, this is normally a screen or a draw play for us.
You know, I really think Monte Vista's got to take a few shots down the field. We haven't seen anything down the field whatsoever. A lot of underneath stuff and running. I love the running. I think you got to mix in a little.
And you've got them out of their three-man front, so they're not playing that four-cross layered defense. Stewartson doesn't step up in the pocket, and he's sacked.
Well, when you watch him hit his back foot, he hits his back foot, he just kind of stands there.
Explain what he's doing, Coach.
Well, if you watch him right here, he's got to step up in the pocket. They run a little twist in there. But when he hits that back foot right there, he kind of stays backwards. He's got to be more decisive with what he's doing right there. Right now it looks like he's looking at the pass rush instead of looking down the field. And they're not going to have success unless he gets his eyes downfield and stops looking at the rush and starts looking at the receivers.
That was a heck of a pass rush there by San Ramon. It's going to be a screen to Ricina, and he breaks a couple of tackles, spins out of another, and does a heck of a job just to pick up 5 yards.
San Ramon would be well off here taking a timeout. They've got 2 left, trying to preserve a little bit of time and give themselves an opportunity.
Now, if you're Monte Vista, I wouldn't be in a hurry here.
Not whatsoever.
I'm going to make the back judge here, I'm going to make him hand count. And I don't understand why the Wolves aren't calling timeout. And then the Mustangs the clock is stopped for.
They may let it come all the way down and take a timeout with 1 second left.
So the Wolves do have a timeout.
There's some sort of stoppage on the field with.
Yeah, Ricina's needed to tie his shoes. So it's a fresh 40-second clock, right? Or no, it'll be 25 at this point?
Well, it should be 25, but I don't.
I'm making the back judge hand count. I'm not going to snap it until he starts hand counting. The run to Crib and doesn't pick up much yardage at all. And then Coach Becker calls a timeout.
Well, I think Coach Becker should have taken that timeout a little bit earlier. Well, I don't know why he let all that time run off. It's going to cost them precious seconds towards the end of this game.
And if you're Shea, you just want to punt this ball and flip the field on the Wolves.
Monte Vista's got to take shots down the field. And they've got the big play capability out of Ricina and Rivas, and they've got to be able to exploit San Ramon. And they haven't done that enough. They didn't do it enough in the first game. They've got to do it a little bit more here. And I know he's got good plays in his repertoire right now in order to attack those things. Maybe it looks like Jack's confidence right now isn't where it should be, and hopefully gets a fresh approach in the second half.
Shea on to punt with 53 seconds left. Not much room to return. The Wolves are taken down. You're watching the Les Schwab NCS Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV.
Hi, I'm Hardy Nickerson, former NFL linebacker, former All-Pro, and linebackers coach here at Elite Athletes TV. Why Elite Athletes TV? Well, we have probably the greatest compilation of coaches in their sport on this site at your disposal. Why are we here? We want to give back.
We'll go back to it. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves, and it's going to be a 59 sprint for Quigley and be a short gain. At halftime, we'll have Mike Pulowski from Elite Athletes TV as our guest. We talk about his new company, and 25 and counting here left in the quarter as the Wolves lead Monte Vista 3-0. Quigley.
Well, you'll see San Ramon.
He'll break the pocket, throws it to Murphy, and it's incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 9. Now, Monte Vista could force a punt here because they still have timeouts. Maybe try to put a punt block on.
Well, San Ramon's always struggled with 2-minute offense because they ask their quarterback, as you said before, to go to the sidelines every time they get a play. It's tough to have a 2-minute offense when your quarterback can't get that play relayed to him. If you'll see, there's always confusion out there, and they don't really have the capabilities of putting that 2-minute offense together.
So 3rd and 9. If the Wolves don't get it, and it's a live ball, I would expect Coach Rusty to call a timeout to at least force San Ramon to punt the football. And it'll be a run and not enough for a first down, and Coach Russi calls a timeout.
And this is a situation where you go all-out block, and you're not afraid to rough the quarterback in this situation because they're still going to have very little time left. Go after the block, see what happens.
Now, if this ball, let's teach again, if this ball was on San Ramon's 10-yard line, what Monte Vista could do on a punt from San Ramon, hypothetically?
It's a little used rule that happens. If you kick the ball and the opposing team fair catches the ball and without letting the ball hit the ground, you can elect to have a free kick from where you caught that ball. And what a free kick is you'll see the kicker be able to come out, put the ball on a tee.
No defense?
No defense. They can actually have a defense, but it's got to be 10 yards from the ball, just like a kickoff would be. And you have an opportunity to kick it through the uprights for 3 points, like you would a field goal, with no opposition.
So Rivas will be back here for the punt. 7 seconds left in this first round NCS playoff game. The Mustangs don't get there, and Rivas calls the fair catch. And they got a chance for one Hail Mary to throw it. Well,
I would fully expect them to take a knee here.
Me too.
I believe they get the ball first in the second half. So
yeah. Oh, he's killing me. So I think the Mustangs are just going to take a knee here.
San Ramon's got 4 guys 30 yards from the football.
Murphy's wide open. Oh, no, he's on defense. We had different plays at the time, but it's tough to throw the ball into the end zone in high school from 65 yards away. Cribb picks up some running yards, but not enough, and we will go to halftime. Well, the only score of the game was a 10-play, 47-yard drive for San Ramon and a field goal by Salisbury, and it made the Wolves 3-0, and that's where we are at halftime. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, Ed TV, and the NFHS Network, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
To play the game, and when the unexpected happens, we are here for you. Muir Orthopedic Specialists are the leading experts in sports medicine, providing comprehensive care at 5 convenient Bay Area locations. We also offer advanced digital imaging, specialized urgent care, and physical therapy at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our staff puts you first with high-quality, compassionate care. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, here to help you get back in the game. Learn more at muirortho.com.
Hey there, I'm Mike Pulaski, and I was a former professional quarterback. I played for 11 years and won a world championship. I coach quarterbacks here at EliteAthletesTV.com. We have world champions, we have gold medalists, we have world record holders on our staff as coaches here at Elite Athletes TV. And we want to bring sports to the youth of America. We wanted to help young athletes improve their lives. We believe in giving back to the community. I was a young athlete, and I wish that I had a tool like EliteAthletesTV.com. But right now, you do. And for the cost of less than 33 cents a day, you can sign up and get all the tools and techniques and skills and drills from some of the greatest athletes to ever play their sport to help you reach the elite level. We're trying to bring sport to everybody and to help improve lives. And that's why we designed EliteAthletesTV.com.
So we're here at halftime as San Ramon leads Monte Vista 3-0. Well, it's a pleasure to have him up here in the booth. We've worked together for a long time, be spotting for Michael. Now things, a little different here. Former Cal quarterback, longtime color commentator with Joe Starkey on Cal Radio, the CEO of Elite Athletes TV, and that's Mike Pulaski. And Mike, thanks for being here. And what are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, thanks for having me on. Firstly, not a lot of offense as a quarterback. I like to see a little more offense than what we got going on here today. But they say defense wins championships. Both teams showing that they have enough defense.
When I saw Elite Athletes TV for the first time, I got it right away, and I gave you a call. And I really think it's a great thing for folks, especially in this modern time. How did you come up with the idea, and how are things going to this point?
Well, I coached high school football. I coached college. I had an offer for a pro job, and when I came back and I was coaching my son, he started playing lacrosse. And I searched online for hours, probably 30 hours, trying to find anything to coach him because I know football, but I didn't know lacrosse.
Right.
And I literally got 6 drills in 30 hours of searching. And I thought there has to be a better way of doing this. And, I knew a lot of people that played sports at the highest level. And so with our site, with EliteAthletesTV.com, no searching. You get on there, you have all the drills, all the skills, all the tools, all the instruction that you need. Plus, there's kids across the country. Here in the Bay Area, we're blessed. There's a lot of good ex-athletes.
Right.
There's kids across the country that don't have access to coaching, and we wanted to be able to reach out to them, give them access to good coaching so that they could learn their sport and perform at a high level.
So you've got a great list of coaches, well-respected throughout. Tell me about the athletes you're working with.
8 Olympic medals, 30 world championships, Hall of Famers, all of them. And, football, obviously, myself, Hardy Nickerson, 16-year pro, 4-time All-Pro guy, team of the decade in the NFL. Brandy Chastain for soccer. She's an icon in soccer. 2-time Olympic medalist, 2-time World Cup champion. Jerry Smith, 30-year college head coach. Dan O'Brien, who could forget Dan O'Brien from the Dan and Dave commercials, for track and field. Decathlon, 1996 Olympic gold medalist, and it keeps going down the line, right? Softball pitching, Michelle Granger, the greatest pitcher, most dominant pitcher in the history of the game. Basketball, Ben Braun, 36-year college head coach, 615 wins. Holly McPeak just got inducted into her 3rd Hall of Fame last Friday at the California Athletic Hall of Fame. And John Zuber, 11-year pro, and then our human performance coach, who it's not a guy who's going to have a big name, but he's got 3 world championships as a player, but coached in the NFL, Major League Baseball, and the NCAA. He is one of the best that I have ever seen at getting people right.
So what I like is if I'm a football player, I can and I want to get quarterback tips, I can get that through your videos. But then also too is I can bunch that into a group, and I'll let you explain a little further and get some strength and conditioning out of it. If I'm a young athlete or coach, just kind of explain how the whole system works.
So you log on to EliteAthletes.com, and the first 10 days is free. Get a free trial. You can try it out. You get the full sport package. But you have packages of single sport. You can get your single sport plus human performance, so you get the strength and conditioning too. Or if you have a family that maybe plays soccer, basketball, and football, you can get the full sport package so you have access to everything. But you just log on, you choose your sport or your sports, and then you literally can click on programs. So it's not just videos. We have built programs for young athletes to come out and designed to teach them the game, to get them better at their craft. And you are put on a program just like you would be in college or in a pro job. We give you a program to improve at your game the whole time. And you can learn about your sport in the instructional section. All the coaches give tips. You want to know what cover 2 is? You want to know what a 4-3 is, an under and over defense? You want to know what you throw against cover 4? It's all in there for kids to learn the game and to get on an actual program just like a pro would do. All pros get better because they work on their game. There's just not enough time in practice. You know this as a coach.
Right.
There's not enough coaches. There's not enough time in practice for each individual kid to get their work on their position. With this, you can work on your position and get coached by a world-class athlete.
So you've got a long list of coaches and successful athletes. And what I called you is like, how are we going to sell this thing? And then I find out that it's very inexpensive compared to get personal coaching that you get on the field. So explain how this all works, because it's very affordable.
Yeah, anytime you start a business, obviously you want to make money. We want to make money, with this, no doubt. But all of our coaches have had such great success and such great experience with their lives that we wanted to give back to young athletes. Make sure that they have access to those same types of experiences. Coaching builds character. Playing builds character. Having success breeds confidence, breeds self-esteem. There's so many things on the internet that tear kids down nowadays. We want to build kids up. We want to help them improve. We want to give them that experience of success in their lives to build for future. If you go on to play college, you have the tools here to teach you how to do that if you have the skills. But if you can build the confidence with what you're doing with EliteAthletesTV.com, that will make you a better person, and we just wanted to give that back to these kids.
So I'm in. What do I do to sign up? we've got families at home that have young kids that want to get involved with this program. How do they get signed up, Mike?
Just log on to EliteAthletesTV.com. It's with an S, EliteAthletesTV.com.
Right at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah. Hit the Start for Free button, and you'll get 10 days free to look over the whole site. You get full access to every sport in there. Click on the sport that you want to start practicing and go to programs. You will have day one, workout one right there. It will take you through the programs. And then on your off day in between, you have human performance right there. Hit the gym. Get better, physically stronger. And every day is scheduled out for you. So take that free trial. Take a shot at it. Just log on right now, join up, and get better at your sport. One coach can make a huge difference in every athlete's life. And we want to be that coach for these high school kids at home. If we can be that coach and change lives, that's what we're here for. And it's the first step to becoming an elite athlete is to click on EliteAthletesTV.com.
Michael, we appreciate your time and supporting our broadcast and creating lifetime memories for these young group of football players. Fantastic. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, EdTV, and the NFHS Network, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Himself for a championship. A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McIntyre touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer. Wins it. The championship. Oh, you gotta talk about this.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
This event is brought to you by Champion. Since 1919, Champion has created the durable, authentic sportswear you need to conquer your goals. As the official uniform and apparel provider for the NFHS, Champion helps athletes at every level make their mark, the mark of a champion. View our apparel today at champion.com.
You're here to play the game, and when the unexpected happens, we are here for you. Muir Orthopedic Specialists are the leading experts in sports medicine, providing comprehensive care at 5 convenient Bay Area locations. We also offer advanced digital imaging, specialized urgent care, and physical therapy at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our staff puts you first with high-quality, compassionate care. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, here to help you get back in the game. Learn more at muirortho.com.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specialize in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to muirortho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs! Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to Acre's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk adjusted to our equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
Does your protein shake have the real symbol? And how does it taste? Isn't it about time we all got real?
So we're back here at halftime as San Ramon Valley leads Monte Vista 3-0. Offensively, get some statistics, and the one thing that really stands out to me, time of possession, San Ramon had the ball for 17 minutes and 30 seconds, Monte Vista 6:30. Total yards, San Ramon 117, 47 via pass, 70 on the run. Monte Vista 119, 49 passing, 70 rushing. Third down conversions, San Ramon is 3 of 10. Just to have 10 third downs. Fourth down, Monte Vista is 0 for 5. Fourth down conversion, San Ramon 1 for 1, Monte Vista 0 for 2. First down, San Ramon 7, Monte Vista 4. And each team has a 5-yard penalty, and that's our statistician, Jeremy Hurtado. And appreciate Mike Pawlowski coming by and talking about his new company, Elite Athletes TV. So, Coach, 3-0. So one score away from tying it up or taking the lead. Monte Vista's going to get the ball to start the second half. It's almost like it is 0-0.
It is. And, and it's kind of like what happens when you face each other so often. And that short a time ago, it's tough to do things that the other team's not expecting. And it's pretty obvious both offenses have struggled, and I think it's partly because they know each other so well. And they've got the same type of player Monte Vista has, and they know what they're going to do. We know what they're going to do, and they've got to find a way to get a big play. And Monte Vista, their offense has got to take shots down the field. San Ramon's taken a couple of shots, and they haven't been successful with it, but that has stretched the field a little bit and opened up the run game.
This NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists, is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Elite Athletes TV, one coach can change everything for a young athlete. Find yours at eliteathletestv.com. Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. Who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. The Wolves will kick off. Rivas is deep, and he'll take this at the 10. Return towards the Monte Vista bench. Then he cuts up the field. He's got a little room to run, and a nice return, about a 23-yard return for Noah Rivas. And he hasn't got a lot of touches offensively, and he's got the speed to make that big play that you're looking for.
Well, Jacob Oliphant, you got to look and find different ways to get the other guys the ball. And Noah's done a great job all year of getting open deep, and I think you got to take advantage of his speed and his athleticism and give him some shots down the field. And Nate Ricina, who's a lot bigger than their DBs, and very athletic, I think you got to give him an opportunity. Throw the ball up there for him.
There's some 94s we used to call, which is all hitches, and that's what the Mustangs run right the first play of the second half, and Stewartson throws it high and away. This is what we used to call 94 all hitches.
And that's an uncontested throw. You've got to be able to complete this throw. This is just a pitch and catch, and it's something you need to be, darn near 100% completion ratio when you have that kind of play on first down.
Because if you hit that play, then it opens up more on defense. Inside run to Cribb and short gain, and it'll be 3rd and long. And the Monte Vista Mustangs have yet to convert a 3rd down.
And against this 3-man front, you've got to be more stout up front. And right now you can see their nose tackles really destroying the center, and they've got to do a better job controlling him, not letting him get up the field.
When the defense controls your A-gaps, you're not going to be able to run the football. Stewartson steps up in the pocket, slides short of the first down, and they're going to have to punt.
That's not knowing where your chains are. You got to be more aware of it. I love the decision to step up and run. I thought he could have got the first down.
I like him being decisive here.
He's got to know where the chains are right here. I thought he could have I thought he could have dipped it down and got into there and get the first down. Take it the extra couple steps. You're going to have to. In games like this, you've got to sell out.
And we've got a flag on the play. And Ken Leffel, our referee, will give us the signal. And we've got illegal formation or procedure on the Mustangs. Coach Becker will decline the penalty, and the Mustangs are now 0 for 6 on 4th down. Now, if you have that fake punt, you didn't run it in the first half, this would be a great opportunity to run it. It'll be 4th and 3. Shea back to punt, and he'll kick this away. And a nice kick away from the return. It'll get a great bounce inside the 20-yard line, and the Mustangs rally up and make the play. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
First down run, and it'll be a tackle for loss. Connor Shea filling the gap. And watch 33 fill the hole here. Right in the middle of your screen, right on the hash mark. And then came unblocked, and he made the play in the backfield, and it's going to be 2nd and 11. Good job by Shea on that play. He had 17 tackles in the last game against these teams. And it's 2nd and 11, and it'll be a 3 wide receiver set, and Murphy is offset to the right in the tight end position. Play pass, and it's the second time they have thrown that play pass with the slant route to Salisbury, but this time doesn't make the conversion.
It's a little run pass option. He's looking at. He's looking outside at the defensive back. I believe that's Zach Schriefer. And if Zach goes out wide, he's going to hit that slant. If he doesn't, he stays in there, he's going to give that ball on a run game.
So 3rd and 11, and the Wolves were 3 of 10 on 3rd down. And the Mustangs get a stop here. They could get pretty good field position and maybe be able to take that shot that we've been talking about. Single back. You've got 3 receivers towards the Monte Vista bench. Kenny down here at the bottom of your screen. 3rd and 11. Quigley is rushed, nearly sacked, scrambles, throws it to Kenny. It'll be way short. Mustangs didn't get home, but they got the pressure to make Quigley hold up his throw and throw a completion, but short of the first down.
And they did a nice job also of taking away his first read. You'll see he's looking down the field. They ran a couple routes to the chains. Monte Vista sat on those routes, forced him to put the ball down, and we got a little pressure on that. And we'll give up the short stuff, rally to it, make him punt.
Schriefer came on the blitz, forced Quigley out of his first read, and the Mustangs get a stop, and Rivas back here on his own 45-yard line. Returnable kick, but it'll take a Monte Vista bounce, and the Mustangs will take over on the San Ramon 44-yard line, and this is where, knowing you for a long time, you're going some type of play pass and taking a shot, or just straight back, drop back. And
I agree with that. I'm looking at it right here going, we're almost in 4-down territory as it is. Take your shot right now. Get your athletes an opportunity to make the play down the field. And I think Coach Russi will. I wouldn't be shocked to see something going down the seam.
Wolves showing blitz off the edge. It gets picked up. And a nice catch and throw to Rachina. And he picks up 17 yards. Now, that wasn't a shot, but that is a big first down gain for the Mustangs at a first down.
It's stretching the field. It's throwing the ball down the field, not throwing those little 5-yard things. A little play pass sucks those linebackers up, opens up the middle of the field. Their secondary is playing so deep you can throw underneath them.
Rachina with his 3rd reception as he gets closer to being the 6th all-time receiver in Monte Vista history.
Wildcat.
Cribb to Neely, and a different look for the Mustangs. Not a big game, but it'll pick up maybe 2. It'll be 2nd and 8, and here's a Wildcat. Cribb at quarterback, Neely at the running back position.
And I didn't see if Jack was hurt on the play before. I don't see him on the sideline.
And Cribb will take this direct snap and run right to the right sideline. Down to the 2. Gavin Cribb for a 26-yard gain for the Mustangs. And Stewartson will come back into the game. And the Mustangs will go a little tempo.
Really nice block on the edge by Nate Riccini, sealing that corner and now enabling him to get up the
Something
up the
I
field.
was talking to Coach Russi about, being so impressed with how Nate blocks in space. Mustangs run a little tempo, and then it's a penalty. I don't know if it's 12 men on the field. It was called by the back judge, which normally is delay a game. 12 men on the field from San Ramon. So the Mustangs go tempo, create a little indecision for the Wolves, and they're called for the penalty.
I'd like to see Monte Vista run the football here in this situation, not drop back like they were doing. Attack them. You've got them on their heels a little bit. You've run the ball, fairly effectively. This is a good opportunity to do it.
So Cribb with the big 26-yard gain, biggest gain of the game for the Mustangs. And then the Mustangs are an empty backfield out of the shotgun. But then Stewartson will sneak it. And not a lot of push up front for the Mustangs front line.
Well, and when you don't go underneath the center very often, when you get up there, it's a whole different feel. Jack's got to do a better job as well of just moving that pile himself.
So the good job by the San Ramon defensive line to submarine on that play. Second down, hand to Cribb, and we've got a penalty, and the Mustangs with the procedure.
And these are killers.
So
you're inside the 5.
In the overtime, the last time these teams played and before they got the tying field goal, the Mustangs got the ball down on a big pass and catch to Riccini. They had first and goal at the 2-yard line and then went backwards and had to settle for the field goal. They were down here first and goal from the 2 and now are second and goal from the 8.
Penalties inside the 10-yard line offensively absolutely destroy the momentum you had.
Cribb will swing out. He's open, and Stewartson's late with the football. He's got to throw this ball much quicker and give Cribb a chance to make a play in space. How important that is to get that ball to him early.
Well, you get it to him as fast as you can, so he's got an opportunity right there. Throw it to him. You see the defense is backing up. He waits a little too long to get rid of that football. And throwing that into the boundary is probably not as good as throwing it to the field where you have more room to operate. You run out of room when you throw it to the short side.
So it's 3rd and 8, and I would imagine you're going to get the ball to number 8 here. Stewartson scrambles, and he's just laid out by San Ramon. Stewartson scrambles here. Got the ball hanging loosely. And then a big hit that time by Noah Thomas.
And if you see that, if you watch that again, you'll see a lot of receivers, when Jack's moving, they need to be moving with him. They're standing still. They're watching him run. They got to keep playing the game. Get open. Roll with him.
So Price on for the field goal. He is 2 of 5. His long is 28 for the season. This is going to be a 24-yard attempt for the sophomore kicker. Mustangs had a ball, first and goal at the 2. The snap, the kick, and it's good, and we're all tied up at 3. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, Ed TV, and the NFHS Network, presented by Muir. Owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs. So after a big run by Gavin Cribb. The Mustangs, and then a penalty on San Ramon for 12 men on the field. It was first and goal for the 2, but the Mustangs went backwards, but Price converted the 24-yard field goal, and the Mustangs tie it all up.
Really would have liked to have seen them run the football, all 3 downs down there, given an opportunity to pound it in, keep your defense off the field. They've been out there for a long time in that first half.
Schramm will kick off, and it's taken at the 11-yard line. And good tackle there by the Mustangs. Brian Kenny in space makes the play, and San Ramon will take over. And watch number 17 run hard down the field, break down in space, come down to balance.
Comes to balance, breaks down, watches his hips, doesn't leave his feet. He does a little bit late, but did a really nice job of breaking down and making that play.
So almost a 4-minute drive by the Mustangs, and the Wolves will take over on their own 23-yard line. And Hyman picks up 4 on first down. Liberty leads Cal 21-3 in another playoff game. De La Salle is up big over Amador. It'll be 2nd and 5 for San Ramon Valley. Now the Wolves have mixed it up, run and pass tonight. And when they pick up a nice chunk on first down, it's enabled them to convert on third. When they're not good on first down, the Mustangs have been good on second and third down. Second and medium, and it's a great play calling choice for Coach Becker. And it's a reach stretch run to Hyman. Doesn't pick up the first, but makes it a very manageable 3rd and 2.
You just don't see any negative plays out of Hyman. He really does a nice job of pounding it up in there. It's what you're looking for, as we said in the first half, with a zone back to get those yards.
Run that one more time and watch Hyman, as you mentioned, Coach. He senses that I can't run this outside, so what's he do? Plants a foot on the ground and gets south here, right there.
You know, the best player we had as far as running the zone was Peter Gertz. Peter was a big kid, not the fastest kid we had, but boy, his vision was tremendous. He did a lot of that where he'd see it, he'd hit the hole, he'd finish the run, get the extra 3-4 yards.
So it'll be 3rd and short, and the Wolves will run the stretch play, and Hyman, with this forward lean, picks up the first down for San Ramon Valley, and Hyman will take a rest, and Tagliaferri will come in for him. It'll be 1st and 10 for San Ramon Valley. After this play, we'll have this game in Monte Vista football history. After this play, it'll be 1st and 10 for San Ramon Valley. I'm Chris Babcock with Craig Bergman. Appreciate you catching us on Ed TV and the NFHS network tonight. Here from Danville. 3 receiver set. Murphy inline tight end on towards the San Ramon bench. Racina looks like he's going to come off the edge. It's a play pass, and a good job by Chip Menard, and he gets home. What I liked what he did, Coach, and you could talk about it more. He gets his hands up, and he makes Quigley hold on to the football, and then gets a sack.
He does. It's a basic route. San Ramon's running a 3-man route.
There.
If you shut his first one down, you get your hands up, you're going to force him to look around. You got a young quarterback, and once he takes his eyes off the downfield, he's looking to run, which young quarterbacks do. And I think they did a nice job of keeping him in the pocket there and letting it close in on him.
2nd and long for the Wolves. And they'll motion to an empty backfield, so it's going to be a quick pass or a screen, and it's a screen, and it's dropped and kicked downfield. This game in Monte Vista football history is brought to you by our alumni partner, Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley. December 7th, 2002, Monte Vista won the first NCS football playoff game between these schools as the Stangs beat the Wolves in the Oakland Coliseum to win the NCS championship for the 2nd straight season. San Ramon Valley has won the last 5 NCS playoff matchups, but on that day, Kyle Wright had a big game, and Tommy Hogue had a great night rushing the ball. This was your Ned Milan Morgan Stanley's this game in Monte Vista football history. And the officials, I call a quick timeout here.
If you get back to that last play, Monte Vista's defensive line has got to do a better job of realizing that it's a screen. If you watch them, they go unabated to the quarterback. They've got to realize, hey, there's a reason for that. They're letting me get through. I've got to stop my rush, get back on it a little bit quicker than what they did.
We'll show it and explain what when guys say retrace your steps, what happens if Chip Menard, number 58, retraces his steps? Can he intercept this pass?
He can intercept it. He can come right back into the throwing lane and get a heck of a shot on that receiver and really disrupt the play. You've got to realize I'm getting through because they're letting me get through. And I've got to stop my tracks, retrace where I was, get back into that thing, and then that's a non-play.
So if you don't get blocked, there is a reason. I don't know exactly what.
They're not sure what down, I believe.
So they asked one of our partners of the program, Darren Saavedra from the Bay Area News Group, and he told them third down. Talked to Darren before the game, does a great job, and a big supporter of NorCal Sports TV. All right, 3rd and long for San Ramon Valley. Shea walking up like he might blitz. I imagine he's going to show and then drop into coverage, and that's what happens. Quickly sprints out and just going to run. Not a bad play. Get a chance to maybe get some field position. It's a 9-yard gain, but the Monte Vista Mustangs get another stop on 3rd down.
See a nice little tackle twist on the inside, and that forces him to break the pocket, and that's what you want to do on a third. Let him run. That's fine. Let him get out of bounds and stop it, get the ball back.
Rivas back to get this punt from Scarpa. And he's around his own 35-yard line. Bad snap. And it's a short kick. Rivas with the fair catch. This Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV is presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialist, Orthopedic Express by MOS, Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, Spitz Jewelers, Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, Acre Investment Company, EliteAthletesTV.com, Fit Pro Go, and American Asphalt. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. 2:47 here left in the quarter. Cribb drops his shoulder, runs one in between the tackles, as we talked about in the pregame show, and picks up a nice gain on 1st down.
Absolutely. Keep pounding it in there. I mean, they've had good success with that inside zone play. Keep doing it.
3-by-1 set. Shea detached from the tackle. Quick throw to Shea. He's wide open. Breaks one tackle, and he's into Wolf territory, and the ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line. 33's second catch of the game.
Really dangerous throw. When you're throwing these balls, these quick hitches inside to your inside receivers, you got to be very precise. Jack does a nice job throwing it to the outside shoulder.
Empty backfield, quarterback draw, or a quick pass for the Mustangs. Stewartson steps up in the pocket. He's got Rivas down to the 1. That was great quarterbacking and a great play call and a great job by Rivas. We talk about Stewartson stepping up in the pocket, and boy, did he, and then some.
And they ran a nice little, they drew the free safety up on a dig route, and they came right over the top to Noah on that, and he was open. We saw this on film. He was able to take advantage of it. Now they got to punch it in.
43-yard gain for the Mustangs. Stewartson with the run from the shotgun and gains no yards. So when you take a shotgun snap, you got to go 5 yards just to gain a yard.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of the shotgun down towards the goal line because, like you say,
and the Mustangs lose a yard because J.P. Murphy did his job.
Well, you're already 4.5 yards deep. And so just to get back to the line of scrimmage, you got to get a 4.5-yard run.
So empty backfield again, and they're out of the shotgun. And the Wolves aren't going to be fooled by a quarterback run here or a quarterback sneak. As I said, So it'll be 3rd and 1. I might go Wildcat and just put Cribb in there and let him work his magic and run a 58 sprint. Not a good push off the ball. And the left guard
threw a whiff
and enabled the defender for San Ramon to get in there. Now, this is an important play call. You might run this down to him and call a timeout? It's a fade route. And it's incomplete.
Well, and if you're going to throw the fade, give him an opportunity to go up and make a play. He's a very terrific athlete, got great size.
So a little deep with this throw.
A little deep with the throw. Put it into a jump ball situation.
Because Nate pulled up. He didn't run to the corner, and the ball was to the corner. So the Mustangs, once again, were at the 1 yard line and couldn't get into the end zone. So it'll be a 19-yard field goal attempt by the sophomore Price. Cribb will hold. And the Mustangs lead 6-3. You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tires Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV and Ed TV on NorCal Sports TV.
Hi, I'm Hardy Nickerson, former NFL linebacker, former All-Pro, and linebackers coach here at Elite Athletes TV. Why Elite Athletes TV? Well, we have probably the greatest compilation of coaches in their sport on this site at your disposal. Why are we here? We want to give back. We want to help our sports grow to the next level. Now, the reason we've made it so affordable is because we want everybody to have access to the coaches, the knowledge, the drill work. Starting at 33 cents a day, you get all this access. Why wouldn't you sign up for this today? These great coaches who are great athletes who have this information to share with you. And go ahead and click on the link today and try the free trial and get involved and get going.
Schramm in to kick off. Nice kick down to the 5 yard line. Mustangs got coverage. And they make a play inside the 20, but it's spotted at the 21 yard line. So the Mustangs have got in the red zone twice. The last 2 possessions have had some big plays. You got a nice lightning play on the run by Cribb. You had the 43-yard pass from Stewartson to Rivas, but then the Mustangs don't score. That last drive, 5 plays, 65 yards, 2 minutes and 24 seconds for the Mustangs. 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wolves ball on their own 21-yard line. Will they get back to the run? They're going to throw it. It's a screen, and this time the Mustangs the defensive line stayed at home, and you got to love number 54 staying at home on that play for Monte Vista, Parker Erickson. And how important is that? Because
throwing lanes.
You have
no throwing lanes. You have no blockers out in front. You have a really nice job, just like we talked about.
So Erickson had a couple 3 starts this year. Number 54 reads they're not. Then he goes and retraces his steps, and he's there close enough, and it's an incomplete pass, and it's 2nd and 10, and the Wolves are in their 2-by-2 set. Murphy's yet to catch a pass tonight. Shea showing blitz. And they drop. Quigley has to pump, and he's wide open as Murphy just said he hadn't caught a ball. Well, that one's over.
That's a blown coverage.
So that is a 30-yard gain because this wasn't the best throw from Quigley. He'd be the first to tell you it's a wounded duck. But Murphy is so wide open.
Well, you got a blown coverage. You got the corner who sucks up.
He could have fair caught that ball.
If you run that back, watch Quigley with his feet. Does a really nice job. That's stepping up in the pocket. You'll see him steps way up in the pocket, stays in there, keeps his eyes down the field. I'm sure he'd like to have that throw back, but you know what? When you get a guy open like that, you just want to get it.
The job is to get the ball to the open receiver, and that's what the quarterback did. 1st and 10, the Wolves at the 50-yard line. Murphy with his first catch. Hyman bounces that one outside and gets a great block by the wide receiver, and it's a 16-yard gain. Is there a little block in the back right here at the end of the play?
You're going to see in the backfield, now this is what we talked about. Don't leave your feet right there. Monte Vista has him. He doesn't break down. He leaves his feet. You miss the tackle, you can't make the play.
Replay that again. Is this a... We'll come back in after the quarter. You're watching the North Coast section Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, EdTV, and the NFHS Network, presented by Muir Orthopedics.
Does your protein shake have the real symbol? And how does it taste? Isn't it about time we all got real?
So safety's a thing important in football. Watch the end of this run and watch number 33 get blocked in the back by Kenny. That's a cheap shot, but not solved by the official.
And that's been a point of emphasis.
And that's a call that Monte Vista would get called for. But nevertheless, strong right formation. And it's going to be a trick play. Deep into the end zone to Murphy. And it's incomplete.
Well defended. I don't think it fooled anybody. We had Monte Vista had two guys deep, and they did a nice job on the backside of picking this up. And I think the play call is the perfect opportunity for San Ramon to run something like this.
So it's a handoff to Tagliaferri, lateral back to Quigley, throws it to Murphy, and it's incomplete. But you got to appreciate a coach that takes a shot there.
And it was a great opportunity to do it. And they executed it well. Monte Vista defended it well.
Second and 10. Third down conversions, 3 of 13, San Ramon. Monte Vista 0 for 8. First down, San Ramon 8, Monte Vista 6. Time of possession, San Ramon 22:08, Monte Vista 13:52. Monte Vista has 235 yards, 126 passing, 109 rushing. And then we've got a pre-snap penalty on the Wolves. San Ramon's got 176 yards, 80 passing, 96 running.
And both teams have got to be able to stay out of these penalties. This is week 12, week 11 in the season. You've got to avoid these types of penalties, and especially when you get in on that side of the 50, and especially when you get in the red zone inside the 10, which killed Monte Vista 2 drives ago.
It's been the 5-yard penalties tonight. There hasn't been any holdings or block in the backs or spears or unsportsmanlike. It's been the 5-yard penalties, but when you're getting chunks at a time, can really kill you offensively. Second and 15, empty backfield. Quigley, deep over the middle to Murphy, and it's incomplete. And he wanted that one, but I think early in the game he might come up with that, but he's playing both ways, and I think he's a little tired here, but he's wide open.
Well, and you got a 2-deep safety, and they do a nice job of splitting the safeties right there. One of the safeties comes off the hash down here to take up the deep guy.
And a great release by Murphy. I love how he got an outside release and then cut back inside Bybee and got himself open.
And I like how Quigley gave him an opportunity to catch it. It was a little bit beyond his reach, but he put it up there where the big guy could get his hands on it.
Third and 15 for the Wolves, and they'll empty the backfield. So this will either be a wide receiver screen or something quick. And if you don't get blocked, stay at home if you're a defensive lineman. Menard gets good pressure. And it's tipped and intercepted.
They're going to wave it off.
They're going to call it incomplete. But we've always said this, you got to sell it, and Connor Shea sells it.
Boy, what an effort by him. I think that's a bad call. I think he had control of that football.
Well, the side judge, the line judge, actually called it an interception. The back judge overruled it. That's fine. It's 4th and 15 for San Ramon Valley. Now, this is eerily similar of last year's game. It was 4th and 15, and the Mustangs were called for a roughing the passer. They extended the drive, but this is going to be a quick kick by Quigley. And the Mustangs ought to just let this thing go into the end zone. They don't. That's okay. The ball will take them to 5. They get the stop. But the Mustangs get the stop on defense.
That ball had spin on it like a Ned Milan pitching wedge.
A legendary member of the Monte Vista golf team in 1998. Great shot, and it'll be dead at the 5-yard line. So Monte Vista will take over with 11:30 left in the fourth quarter, leading by an Earl Weaver special, which is a 3-run homer. 6-3. They've moved the ball and have got inside the 5, but have not cashed in. Have been forced to kick 2 field goals, but they take the lead. Here's where you really got to manage the game as a play caller and as a quarterback.
And San Ramon's gone to the 4-man front. I think Monte Vista's shown that they will attempt to run the football, and this is when you can take advantage of them in the passing game because there's not as many defenders in coverage when you have 4 men rushing. It's a numbers game. This is when you throw it.
Pretty good job by the Wolves up front. One of the keys coming into the game is control the line of scrimmage, and on that play, the Wolves did that run by Stewartson and then just stops and gets tackled short of the 10-yard line. If you're going to run that, just put Cribb in at the Wildcat.
Well, I'm not sure where Cribb's going. He should be coming outside here to block. This is a quarterback outside run, and he goes inside to run to block. Nobody out there on the edge.
Could it have been an inside run and Jack went to the wrong hole?
It could have been, but I do believe the way they practiced it this week, it was supposed to hit just off tackle.
So it'll be 3rd and 7. And if you're the quarterback, you want to be decisive here and know the change situation. 3rd and 7, you can pick it up with your feet. You don't have to force a throw downfield. Worst case, you punt. Hand off to Cribb. Great call by Russi. It'll be a first down, and Cribb is matriculating the football down the field, Hank Schramm, and it's a big gain on 3rd down, and the Mustangs, yes, Coach, they just converted their first 3rd down of the game here in the fourth quarter.
And a great job on the double down by the left guard in the center. They really created a good push off the nose guard, opened up a big hole.
Bubble screen to Racina, and he makes his own play. Picks up 5, but it's effective.
Got to be careful with the ball. I saw the ball swinging over his head right there. That's when bad things happen.
And as Racina creeps closer to Marco Zamora, who has 118 career catches, and Racina's right there to take over that 6th spot in Monte Vista football history. It's a nice gain on first down. And Rivas is going to have to come out of the game, and he'll quickly be substituted.
You know, that was a well-designed play. The receivers have got to do a little bit better job of blocking, getting more aggressive out there on the edge. Should have gotten more out of that play if they were more aggressive.
Shea, Racina, and Shepard, the 3-receiver set towards the San Ramon bench. Nuri towards the Monte Vista bench. Cribb offset to Stewartson's left. Not a bad opportunity to run the football here. And they give it to Cribb. Bounces outside, but the Wolves, you got to like how they rally to the football here.
It's a little inside zone handoff. Backside of the defense does a nice job of collapsing down. Shutting that cutback down that was there in the first half with a 3-man front is not there with a 4-man front.
And 2 is you got 2 of the offensive linemen for Monte Vista running up to block the second level, and our rule always is you got to protect the line of scrimmage first.
Last 3rd down they ran against this front. I'd like to see him do it again. Had good success last time.
3rd and 6. You've got the lead. Racina, he's got Cribb open in the flat, then he overthrows Nuri, and it stops the clock and brings on the punt team.
He just got to take what's given to him, as you said. He's got him in the flat. He's got to throw that to him.
How quick he's open right there.
Right there. This is a 3rd and 5 situation. Throw it to him. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. But you got to take what the defense gives you, not force the ball down the field.
But as we've always told our quarterbacks, high school players aren't very good tacklers. So if you've got a one-on-one situation, don't be afraid of getting the ball and distributing it out early in the play. Shea will punt. And the Wolves will return. They've got a nice wall set up and about 11-yard return there. by Camara.
See a couple of guys overrunning the play. Got to come to balance on those situations. Tom Kaiser, I believe.
And explain to the people at home, what do you mean coming to balance?
Come to balance, break down. Don't keep running straight down the field because any kind of move is going to make you miss. You can't stop your momentum, and you can't make that play. You're not going to make a big hit on a punt. You got to get the guy down. Come to balance, almost come to a stop, and watch his hips make the play. Just get him down.
8:21 left here in the fourth quarter. 6-3 Monte Vista, pistol formation, and Hyman picks up 11 and a San Ramon Valley first down. And a little pistol formation. We used to call this strong left. Fullback goes one way, the runner goes the other, and Hyman picks up 12.
They've got good mileage out of that play tonight, and they haven't run it a lot, but when they've run it, they've been really effective.
So Cribb has 12 carries for 99 yards, and I think that's why on that 3rd and 4, you'd like to see a little run opportunity. We're not all pass here at NorCal Sports TV. Strong right formation for the Wolves, and it's going to be a stretch play, and the Mustangs are in the backfield, and I believe that is the 3-year letterman, Zach Schriefer, with the play.
And you know what? If you go back 2 weeks and watch this, there were several times Zach had an opportunity to make the play in the backfield and didn't. Love to see him come to balance here, make the play, wrap up, and not overrun the play.
And he almost did, but he was in balance, and his athleticism showed there on Hyman. So it'll be a tackle for loss for Schriefer. And that's his 7th TFL for the season, 2nd and 11, and the Wolves are using a lot of time. Would expect to see a hand count here by the back judge. And it's going to be a play pass, and Ricciano gets home with the sack. In the game 2 weeks ago, Luciano whiffed on this play. Not here.
And I think Quigley's hurt.
So here's the last play. Luciano coming off the back edge, and Quigley doesn't know he's coming, and it's a sack.
What a really good defensive play call. Coming off the edge, off the tight end side. They're not going to have a lot of time. They can't pick that up. It's a two-man route. Both backs going the same way. You can't pick up that backside blitzer, and he didn't see it coming at all.
You're watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, Ed TV, and the NFHS Network, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Welcome to EliteAthletesTV.com. This is Brandy Chastain, and I am here to share my favorite part about soccer, which is everything. I have been a player, I've been a fan, and now I'm a coach, and I love sharing with all youth players from club, high school, collegiate, all the wonderful things that I've learned from all the great coaches that I've had and all the experience I've had around the world. So please come and check us out at EliteAthletesTV.com, and you too can learn all the wonderful things about soccer.
So Jajari will come in for Quigley, who got sacked by Luciano. It's 3rd and 18. Wouldn't expect the Wolves do much here but run it. But they go for the pass, and Jajari will run out of the pocket, and he's hammered by Nate Racina. Watch number 8 fly into your screen and make the play on another back-to-back sacks for the Mustangs.
Well, what makes this play happen is the pressure Connor Shea brings up the middle. It forces the quarterback to flush. And when he starts flushing, obviously he hasn't had a lot of reps this year. He gets in there. You know, he did a nice job of not forcing the football, at least not losing yardage.
So after this kick, we're going to talk about the 4-minute offense, even though there will be more than 4 minutes left, and how important that is. Going to be a short kick, and I think the Mustangs, nice bounce. And a fantastic kick, and the Mustangs are going to take the ball on their own 3-yard line. Now, you hear it in football, you hear the announcers, but I don't think they ever explain it good enough. And even though there's 5:34 left, you might want to have that ball hit on the 20-yard line and bounced 18 yards.
That's a ball he's got to feel.
And that goes down. That yardage doesn't get tracked but that's 18 yards of lost yardage. But what is when we talk about 4-minute offense, what does that mean in football terms? I know there's 5:34 left, but it's a theory.
5 minute, 34 minute. 5 minutes and 34
Thank you
second
for helping
offense.
me out, Mr. Cloverdale.
You want to run that clock out and milk it as long as you can. Run the football. You might have to pass it every now and then with some quick control passes, but run that clock all the way down. Don't give them the opportunity to get the ball back.
And it's tough to run the football when everybody in the stadium knows that now Cribb is over 100 yards.
Well, and it's also tough.
And when Cribb's run for 100 yards this year, the Mustangs are undefeated.
That ball's got to be fielded. It cost them 1.5 first downs on that punt.
So the Wolves will substitute, and we'll start tracking the time. They got this ball with 5:34 left in the fourth quarter. 6-3 here from Danville.
Still no count from the back judge.
Rum to Cribb and somehow breaks 2 tackles, and it was a great 1-yard loss run because this one is going to be a big loss. But watch Cribb just keep moving his feet. Doesn't get a lot of blocking.
Well, they run the left tackle right back into the play, and it shuts that down. Terrific job by the defensive end from San Ramon coming off the weak side.
So we've got a timeout, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. And you've got to manage the game. But in the past, the last 2 plays, when Rivas has been lined up as the weak side receiver, he's single covered by a corner, and they have that field to work with to throw a slant or some type of hitch and maybe move the chains, or at worst case, throw that little fast screen out to him and let him make a play one-on-one.
He's quick. He's a tough kid to handle in the open field. And basically it is like a run. It's a long handoff if you throw it to him outside. Give him the opportunity to make a play. If they're going to pack it in like they're starting to do to stop our run, they've got to be able to throw the football effectively outside, get it to guys like Regina, and let them do something with it one-on-one.
Monte Vista has only converted 1 3rd down, and that was actually in the fourth quarter. So you've got to be smart with the football. You've got Rivas, Regina, and Shea, and it's going to be a sprint left, and Stewartson doesn't get enough for the first down, but it'll be 4th and short. They're not going to go for it, but at least it gives Shea's not going to be deep into his end zone when he takes this. If you could have got a better block from the receiver there, Stewartson might have picked up that first down.
Well, and I like that play on first down probably more. You're not going to get 7 or 8 yards on that play, but you are going to get 5 or 6, and then put yourself at 2nd and 5.
So the Mustangs really didn't work much time off the clock, and so what is Coach Russi directing his team to do? Are they going to wait and just work time off the clock and then call a timeout?
I think you need to preserve your timeouts. Let it run down.
Now we've got a hand count, so you don't want to lose yards here. Shea will punt. And a nice high kick. It'll be taken at the 50-yard line, and then the Wolves run backwards, and they run backwards again, and it ends up being a nice play. They pick up 12 yards. Not very disciplined on the punt team here. Everybody's trying to be a hero instead of making a tackle. Nobody breaks down here.
Well, you also have to give a lot of credit to the returner. That's a heck of a return.
Camara working his magic.
He starts one way, goes back the other. We had it defended very well with what they wanted to do. That's a kid making a great play.
So the Wolves on their own are on the Monte Vista 38-yard line. 3:33. So Monte Vista worked 2 minutes and 1 second off the clock. Will it be enough? Play pass. It's the 3rd time they've gone to the well on that, and it's been an easy pass and catch for the Wolves. And Salisbury with another reception. It's the 3rd time they've run this play.
And if you watch Quickly's eyes, he's looking directly at the linebacker, seeing what he does. If he does one thing, he's gonna hand it off. If he does another, he's gonna throw it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. And the Wolves on the move here. The winner plays De La Salle next Friday. Hyman. Nice tackle by Connor Shea. Short gain, 1 yard gain.
Can we safely say they played De La Salle?
Yes. It was 49-0 De La Salle with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
I don't know if they can handle that lead.
We won't get into. We just like our neighborhood teams here. Dealis of Monte Vista, San Ramon, Cal High, our Liberties, our Pittsburghs, our Foothills. 2nd and 9, 2:30 left in the fourth. Quigley does a good job in the pocket, and it's just out of bounds. Good coverage by. But how confident is this young man in the pocket, in his pocket presence here?
He's a terrific athlete. He moves around really well. I mean, you look at his eyes are down the field, slides around, doesn't take off out of the pocket, stays in the pocket, slides side to side, creates time that way.
Would you say there's a purpose to his movement?
Absolutely. You know, you stay in the pocket and you create time. You buy time for yourself. And, you know, it's not a matter of turning and running out of the pocket and sprinting. When you do that, you limit yourself to half the field.
So it's 3rd and 9. This is 4-down territory. So you could conceivably, if you're San Ramon here, is run the football. But
I could see them coming with that inside slant play again. I mean, they've run it several times. They're going to
Quigley
to the chains.
Will scramble. He throws deep into the end zone to Kenny. Incomplete. Out of bounds. That's to Camara. And I don't know if he was in bounds or not.
Boy, terrific throw.
Oh, my
Great
goodness,
job.
throwing to his left. No, he juggled it. It was incomplete. Good call by the officials. So it's 4th and 9.
This could be this is the key moment of the game right here. Obviously, they need to pick this up. With 2 timeouts remaining.
They're going for the field goal. They're going for the field goal. Salisbury is on. He is 6 of 7 for the season. His longest field goal is 45 yards. This is 43 to tie it up. The kick, and it is good, and it's all tied at 6-all. Salisbury with the 45-yard or the 43-yard field goal, and the sophomores are doing all the scoring tonight for both teams. If this is 44 yards, it doesn't go, but at 43, it's good.
Terrific kick. It seems like we've been here before.
Now, up until 2 weeks ago, this matchup has never gone into overtime. Now, there used to not be overtime rules in high school. But last game these teams play went into double overtime. It's 6-all now. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. And Monte Vista's got plenty of time. And the one thing that they could still do, they don't have to come and chuck this ball every time. They can run the football.
And if you get back to the overtime, I'm not sure if that was an EBAL decision to go to the 25 or if it was a CIF decision, because I know the NFHS rules are still from the 10-yard line.
Yes.
So we shall see if it does go into overtime, if indeed it does.
Salisbury will kick off. Taken by Rivas. Fumbles it. Heads towards the Wolves sideline. Makes a good move and gets to the 25-yard line. And it'll be Monte Vista football. And a final. Liberty ended Cal season. They won 41-10. 2:02 left. Mustangs have 2 timeouts. And all you got to do is get a field goal here.
Yeah, and you know, with your 3 timeouts as Monte Vista,
Cribb's averaging over 7 yards a carry.
Plenty of time. Don't be afraid to run the football. Don't be afraid to have the quarterback run the football, and take a couple of shots downfield. There's a lot of things that they have in their offense that they haven't used tonight. I would like to see them use.
You got Shea could run that seam route. He's in the inside slot position here. It's going to be a draw with Stewartson and goes nowhere.
Monte Vista had the numbers on that, and then my guess is that they don't do a very good job on the double down.
3-man front beats a 5-man offensive line here. Cribb did not throw a block. So it's 2nd and 8. Stewartson to Racina, makes one guy miss, dives and gets the first down. You can't give him the ball enough. With that reception, Nate Racina has 119 career receptions, and he's taken over 6th place in Monte Vista football history, just outdoing Marco Zamora, who had 118. Congratulations to Nate. He traded them all in for a win tonight. Stewartson.
Double move.
Swing route to Cribb. He's got room in front of him, and I like it. Gets out of bounds.
They're trying to set up a double move to the outside receiver. Nice job by Jack at checking it down. He noticed it wasn't there. Hit your outlet.
Cribb's a capable receiver, has over 35 receptions on the season, and showing his football intelligence there, gets out of bounds. It's about a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Looking to try to set something up seam-wise. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Perfect time because the Wolves were in a blitz, an edge blitzer, so they didn't have to block that linebacker, and he got the first down.
And he ran right by the play. We talk about coming to balance right here. You'll see
number
him come
5,
off the edge.
just outside.
I'd like to see Jack carry this forward a little bit more in this time of the game.
But he got the first down, managing the game, back to pass, all day to throw, steps up in the pocket. It's complete to Racina. Now, 14 yards.
With 3 timeouts in your back pocket, you might want to take one right here.
Just 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. We're all tied at 6 here. You got 2 timeouts left. Stewartson and Murphy with the 2nd pass defense of the night. Stared that one down, and Murphy's tired, and he knows he's not going to get to the quarterback, but what's he do? Gets his hands up in the passing lane and gets the pass defense right there. Good football knowledge of the route tree of the Mustangs, and Murphy with the play. You have the timeouts. You can run the football here, right?
Yeah, you could run the football here. I would have liked to have seen him take one there. Your kids are just as tired as theirs are. Give yourself an opportunity to gather your thoughts.
Stewartson over the middle, and it's incomplete, and that's a dangerous throw.
Dangerous throw. I would probably take a timeout. This is a very important play right here. With 3 timeouts in your back pocket, you gotta be able to set up a play that you think you can get at least 8 to 9 yards on.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 for Monte Vista.
It looked like on that last play, either Nate Racina ran out of gas. He cut the route off a little bit short. Jack at least threw it to a spot where nobody else could get it and got rid of it. There was pressure coming up the middle.
And then Coach Russi will call the timeout.
I like the call. This is such a big play. And once again, he and I have talked about this a lot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Put yourself in a situation where you can run the ball or pass the ball on that 4th down play. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, give yourself that opportunity.
So I want to thank all of our partners this year that have supported us and allowed us to bring you Monte Vista football. Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Elite Athletes TV, one coach can change everything for a young athlete. Find yours at eliteathletestv.com. Fit Pro Go, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game. And American Asphalt, taking care of business for 35 years in the Bay Area. 3rd and 10 in the Mustangs in the empty backfield. 3-man front for the Wolves, which has been so effective for them in the last 2 games. And it's a 2-man front. Stewartson steps up in the pocket. He's got Rivas into the end zone. He's interfered with, but no call.
I actually like the no call. The ball was up in the air.
I might have been egregious with that.
everybody making a play on the ball.
Stewartson steps up in the pocket.
He sees him a little bit late. He had him early. I like the no call. I think it was.
Do you punt the ball here?
With this time amount remaining, no. I would probably go for it and give myself an opportunity. I would try and get it.
Now, do you call another timeout?
I would probably, if I had 2 timeouts left, I would call a timeout right here, save one, keep it in my back pocket. Should we get the first down? If we get the first down.
So the Wolves are playing a 3-man front, but they're going to drop the nose guard into coverage. And then Coach Becker does Monte Vista a favor and calls a timeout. Orthopedic Express by MOS is there for you when that unexpected injury happens. Located in Walnut Creek, Orthopedic Express has orthopedic experts providing specialized urgent care when patients need the most. Same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Go to mureortho.com for more information. Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. So Coach Becker calls the timeout, which helps Monte Vista. Do the Wolves stay in that 3-man front and rush 2, drop another guy into coverage? The Mustangs took the shot deep late on that 3rd and 10 play, but it's 4th and 10, most important play of the season for both these teams, Captain Obvious.
I think there's no question they're going to drop the nose guard back into coverage. They've had a lot of success with that. We haven't, as Monte Vista has not proven that they can beat that coverage. And it's certainly not an opportunity for you to run the football on 4th and 10.
So you've got a safety that's 20 yards deep, 2 other defenders that are 15, so there's not a lot of room out there. But Shea finds it inside the 14, down to the 13. Connor Shea once again. And the Mustangs, and Coach Russi calls a timeout. But Connor Shea, the tight end, he's had such big games the last 2 weeks, and he finds the seam right down the middle.
And Jack stepping up in the pocket, delivering on
Best throw of the game. 2 throws to Rivas, and that one to Shea. And that picks up about 21 yards and a first down.
With Monte Vista with 1 timeout remaining, I think this is a good opportunity. I think you should throw the ball once, run the ball to the middle of the field, take the ball.
And here's an advantage. The ball is in the middle of the field. So you could sprint left, you could sprint right, and have those options. The thing you don't want to do, it's a 4-letter word, you don't want to take a sack.
You don't want to take a sack. Even though you do have a timeout, you're okay that way. But you know, I think you need to get as many yards as you can here. Make it a shorter field goal. You don't have to score the touchdown. And get as many yards as you can, running the football or throwing it something quick, and make it a shorter field goal.
Price has made 2 field goals of 26 and 19. If the Mustangs don't pick up any more yardage, this one would be a 31-yard field goal. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to lose yardage. And then Coach Russi's going to wait, and they're going to attempt the field goal. So the inside run loses 2 yards, and that is crucial.
And the nose tackle has done a great job for them all
He's
night.
been an A-gap eater for the Wolves. So right now, the ball will be spotted on probably about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 30-yard field goal.
Will they ice him? They do have 1 timeout remaining. We'll see if Coach Becker wants to use that timeout, put a little extra pressure on the young kicker.
So it'll be a 32-yard field goal for Price to give the Mustangs the lead.
There's the timeout.
And then Coach Becker will call the timeout. Now the kicker's just got to, when Price has done the nice smooth stroke this year, he's been very successful. But when he gets deeper into the kicks, he's a sophomore. He's just learning. He's just learning to play this position.
I would have liked to have seen Monte Vista snap the ball there just to get him a kick. A little practice. Even though they did that, could have taken advantage of it. Those are the things that, as you're young, you don't really understand. Could have snapped the ball, gotten a practice kick, get a little confidence, or get the bad kick out of the way, either way.
Yes. So Price has made 2 field goals tonight. Again, a 19-yarder and a 26-yarder. Salisbury's made 2 field goals. The field goal kickers have been the stars and the defense. Neither team has turned over the football.
And San Ramon's in a bit of a base defense, not really putting a lot of pressure here on him.
So it's going to be a 32-yard field goal for the Mustangs to take the lead here. The snap is good. The kick is good. The sophomore with his third field goal of the game, and the Mustangs lead 9-6.
What a terrific kick under pressure like that to come through. You got to feel good for that kid.
I love Nate because he works so hard. He's a member of the team. He doesn't escape down to the end of as we've seen kickers before. He's involved, and he's just a sophomore. He had a tough miss against Liberty and a tough miss against San Ramon that wasn't his fault. It shouldn't have been a 35-yard PAT. But right when they needed him tonight, the sophomore from Danville, California, coming through for the Mustangs.
I think we can safely say, though, that after however many minutes of play these two teams have played, that they're pretty darn even teams.
I think it's like a 4 seed and a 4.5 seed here you've got, really.
Yeah, it is always fun to watch this game. And I think the North Coast section likes to pit us together because they're going to make some money off of it. And they know that. It would have been nice for both teams to play somebody different. But we kind of know how that works.
We knew these two teams were going to play before they played last week. Or 2 weeks ago. We keep saying that, but it's been
I would expect Monte Vista to keep this ball on the ground.
Just break down and make a tackle. Don't kick it out of bounds.
Try and dribble it right through to that second level. Make one of the big fellas up
and
there.
And I like Regina is right here in the middle of the field to make a play. Kicks it deep, taking down the 9-yard line. And the Wolves are going to play the Cal Bears return, and they've got room to run here. But then Regina makes the play. He pitches it back. And we've got a loose ball. Perry with the interception. And the Monte Vista Mustangs beat San Ramon Valley 9-6 to move on to the NCS semifinals. And he who laughs last, laughs best.
Terrific football game.
Terrific game. For the first time since 2002, Monte Vista has beat San Ramon Valley in the NCS playoffs.
What a great football game. It was defensive struggle, and as we talked about it ahead of time, you know what you're going to get from both teams. You've played each other so much. There's very little you could do to surprise the other team. And who would have thought that would have come down to two young kickers.
Two sophomore
kickers who both really exceeded expectations and had a great game. 5 for 5 for field goals for the three of them.
Don't see that often.
Combined,
you don't see that often in high school. And before we go, I want to thank San Ramon Athletic Director Peter Scarpelli, San Ramon Valley Head Coach Aaron Becker, Monte Vista AD Andy Popper, and Monte Vista Head Coach Matt Rusty for helping us prepare for this game. So the Mustangs will move on, and they'll be playing at Winton and Treat next week. We know where that is. So you are watching the NCS Les Schwab Tire Football Championships on NorCal Sports TV, Ed TV, and the NFH Network, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Welcome to EliteAthletesTV.com. This is Brandy Chastain, and I am here to share my favorite part about soccer, which is everything. I have been a player, I've been a fan, and now I'm a coach, and I love sharing with all youth players from club, high school, collegiate, all the wonderful things that I've learned from all the great coaches that I've had and all the experience I've had around the world. So please come and check us out at EliteAthletesTV.com, and you too can learn all the wonderful things about soccer.
Does your protein shake have the real symbol? And how does it taste? Isn't it about time we all got real?
So the Mustangs with the 9-6 victory with their first postseason win over San Ramon Valley since 2002. And the Wolves had, and congratulations to Coach Russi. He never lost to him as a player in lacrosse or football, but he had never beat him as the head coach at Monte Vista till tonight, and he gets the 6-3 victory. I think you could all guess who our Fit Pro Go player of the game is, but we'll get that to in a bit. But for Monte Vista, they were 1 of 13 on third downs. And San Ramon was 3 of 17. Time of possession, Monte Vista did a much better job in the second half. They controlled the time of possession in the second half. Overall, San Ramon 26-54, Monte Vista 21-06. But in the second half, Monte Vista controlled the ball for 14 minutes and 38 seconds. Offense first for San Ramon, 200 yards of total offense, little balance attack, 100 passing, 100 rushing. Monte Vista 338. 183 passing, 155 rushing. And Monte Vista was inside the 2-yard line twice and didn't score, but credit the sophomore, Nate Price, who was our Fit Pro Go player of the game. With 3 field goals.
You know, pretty obvious that both defenses came ready to play. And they took the big play away from both teams. No turnovers tonight. We talked about that at the beginning. It was a pretty
Either team.
Neither team.
Not a lot of penalties.
Really much cleaner game than last time.
Just our neighborhood teams getting together here, and that's what it's all about.
It is. It's such a great rivalry, whether it's regular season or playoffs. And the nice thing is these kids, when they see each other outside of the football field, they laugh about it and they talk about it, and they're tough. They want to beat each other's brains in on the field, but when they're off the field, they're all friends. They grew up with one another. They played Little League together, Pop Warner together, and they live 1 or 2 miles away from each other. So it's a true city rivalry, if there ever was one.
So follow us on social media at NorCal Sports TV, and later on tonight we'll post our Fit Pro Go Player of the Game interview with Nate Price. Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV. From San Ramon High School, where the Mustangs got the last laugh and beat San Ramon 6-3 to win the opening round of the NCS Les Schwab Division I Football Championships and move on to the semifinals at De La Salle next Friday. You've been watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, Ed TV, and the NFHS Network, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists. Thanks to our crew, Daniel Talavera, Ryan Castaneda, our director, Luis Rangel, statistician, Jeremy Hurtado, and my buddy and color commentator, Craig Bergman. Next Monte Vista football game will be August 16th as we travel to Granite Bay. I'm Chris Babcock in Danville. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.